Good morning, guys. Welcome to Sip and Chat right here at the Sugar Factory with me, Azem, and of course, sitting right next to me is none other than Jade, Gwenny, CPL Martha Stewart, think it's Beyonce Johnson.
You need to add another title to my name.
What you want to add?
You got to figure out something with graphics.
Oh, okay, I got you.
You're loving me now.
I got you. Too easy. But, we're really happy that you're joining us this morning.
Indeed.
Or this evening, or whenever you're watching, 2 years from now. Just know that we're happy you're joining us. That's all you need to know.
Definitely.
But, shout out to the Kingsters. I met a young lady yesterday who told me she wanted to join the Kingster crew.
Really?
I'm not sure if she know what that meant.
I was about to ask, did you explain?
No, I just said no problem. I just said no problem.
Yeah, what you're setting up people. Well, she's setting up herself because she didn't ask.
Yeah.
You know.
No, she just spoke out. She just like determined she wanna be a part of the group.
Come over. Yes, we welcome all. Well, like PLP, wherever PLP be now. Whoever left in there.
Oh, boy. Yeah, a couple men there,
That then asked you to be a part of the team?
No.
I hear the looking candidate. Ask me now.
I didn't get enough. I wasn't approached.
I could do it a small mill.
What? They need to come check you quick. You might be the cheapest out here.
Really?
1 mil, Jade.
What the weights looking like? What the usual weights looking like?
At least 6.
Check me.
At least 6 mil.
I'm going to get a discount.
No, because really and truly, the 6 ain't for you, you know. The 6 is more like, 3 for the campaign, and 3 for you.
So
if you only take 1 mil, but that's the campaign gone there, not for you.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, by the time you give that to the people, what for you?
It's true. No. The people money wasn't what you're talking about, you know.
Oh, that was just yours on top?
Yeah.
What I would suggest is include your campaign money in your fee one time. So you ain't got to go back to try and wrangle to get, no. Include that there one time. Yeah, Jade, come on. I tell you, I've been one of the people who saying I understand why young people do this thing. Because when I done lose with you.
Outer hesitation to, Azem. What do you think about it?
Yeah?
You say what?
No, main thing, well, let me not say me gonna praise, but I don't think I'm interested in politics. Well, no, I know I'm not interested in politics.
No, me.
Yeah, you're right. I told somebody the other day, well, it depends how much billions they give me to lose. Because that's it here. It's how much billions you need to lose.
Come here, Jade to win. I know that's better for the country, and it's not me. But
hey,
in the meantime and between time.
No, but Jade, I suspect that there are a few candidates who would have run, and when they announce that they win, start to evaluate their life like me. Wait. This wasn't the plan. Wait, this wasn't the plan. What kind of?
Damn. No, actually got to work.
There's one particular politician.
That you know for a fact.
When he lost, I don't know what happened when he won, but when he lost, yeah, Jade, the celebrations began.
That would have been me like, yes, thank you, Lord. May I go through this?
Yeah, man. But hey.
I take a strong person to actually run, be a candidate, win, and do the work that is supposed to do.
Yeah, no, real talk. Like, we are mashing them up, but at the same time, you know what? That's going to be my shout out today. Shout out to all the politicians and would-be politicians out there. You're all real MVPs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, real MVPs. And, make sure you listen to us so at least you get some ideas.
That's all I got to do. We're here to help you.
We're here to help.
For free too, you know.
I've been trying to tell somebody I don't want to be a politician. I could be a special advisor though.
I can see you being in that role. You just do it here anyway. They've been running with the ideas, well, the farmer administration. May not about the new one.
Alright.
But the farmer for sure.
Let's make a... Anyway.
Yeah, let's make a what?
I'm bad comment.
Yeah.
What else is new? Yeah.
You forget what it was?
Oh man, but yeah, I think for me, like I genuinely want to see like better for St. Kitts, and I think that is not a unique view. I think most people around want to see best for the nation. I think, however, the loudest among us are the ones that tend to focus on what's best for them and best for the party that they support.
Yeah.
And then that taints, that leaves a bad taste. But I think most of us generally more concerned about
those sickness. Please, those sickness.
Yeah, just what best for the country, not necessarily just jumping on some bandwagon, you know. I really believe that's the majority of people.
And best for the country, not just for the years that you are in power, but moving the country forward for whoever takes up the mantle, they're in a position to continue that. But that has been the problem, my dear, so you know.
Yeah. I think people can have multiple goals, because, I mean, some people might go into enrich themselves and so, but you could make the country great while you enrich yourself.
Yeah. You can rob a little, but you know.
I remember that time we had a certain politician in Antigua when they were accusing him of stealing.
I think I remember this.
Stealing the $5 million. The man said, so why if I steal $5 million? My constituency, no. 3 for them, 2 for me. Come on.
Equal opportunity. The man ain't even greedy. The man said 3 for them and 2 for me.
But the people themselves to jump up.
I tell you, that has been wild to watch, you know. When you can listen to the politician and know what they're saying is nonsense, right? But the people them just celebrating like, yes, yes. You hear what the man just said?
Oh,
did you actually hear what the man just said?
That's the 3 for us.
Yeah, 2 for me.
You want the man when he out, he broke, he can't feed the family. The man got to put something aside.
Even if it's the country money.
Yeah. But let's be honest though. Let's be honest. People just cost or whatever. The salaries that the politicians are making, in a way.
And I wonder where they're the thief.
They're in a way.
I would a thief if I was a politician. I am making how much? How was the average?
So I know there was a review done, and it was suggested that there be an increase.
Before the increase, what was the figures?
I can't remember right now. I can't remember.
Because they were hearing some low figures, right? Like me and the politicians, they're making the same amount.
No man, Lord man. No man.
Well, that's what I was saying for like the opposition and so. People over there.
The opposition. Yeah. Well,
they're still politicians, huh?
Yeah, they still get a salary.
Yeah.
They still get a salary.
It's just that mine and theirs shouldn't look alike, but you know.
Yeah, but no, it's not like they're not walking away being millionaires, which is why I think a lot of people then question, well, this instant riches that some politicians seem to acquire, like overnight, like literally within 2 months, is like new vehicle, new house.
Oh, you're affording this on the little salary.
Yeah, so that does raise some questions, but it's not this instant wealth, like you're making like 2 million a year and so.
Nope. Not even close.
Yeah. I mean, so I would be in favor of paying them more, but
that's why I said I think the money does come from winning, you know.
Bear in mind that every single one of them you ask would tell you, I have never been paid to run.
They pay you for something else. But can they tell the truth? Like you would sound bad if they say, yes, I've been paid to run.
I think that we've created a scenario where it would be. But I've been on record saying I could understand why.
Yeah.
I understand why you put your ability to earn at risk.
You put a lot of things at risk.
Not only you, but your family.
Yeah.
You know.
Your safety, your privacy, your ability to earn.
Yeah.
But pay me a cool change.
Yeah. So
when I lose or if I win.
Yeah, it's interesting, but we'll see. I really don't think it's not illegal though. We don't have campaign financing laws and them kind of things.
No, I don't think so.
Right. And then at the same time, all of these things, there's always ways around it. So for instance, even if they were to come out and say, hey, nobody, like, you shouldn't be paid to run. Well, it just wouldn't be you get paid to run. You might get paid campaign funds. Right? And then nobody auditing that there.
Nope. They don't? Oh no, there are a lot of them that don't like copyright. Wait.
But who can audit it?
An auditor.
Yeah, but who's at it though?
I don't know.
Not the party.
True. Very true.
Not the party.
So in the US they do have auditors though.
In the US, you have to declare how campaign funds are spent, where campaign money comes from. There's limits as to how much money specific donors can give, and those kind of things.
But down here is just.
And they still find ways around those things as well.
Yeah, no, we could clearly see that.
Yeah, but down here, yeah, it's a free for all, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there's suspicion. Let's put it that way. There's suspicion that, for instance, major companies and major owners of companies on the island would give pretty much all the parties X amount of money. So whoever win, they're in the good books. You know, the campaign and things like that.
Can't prove that. Well, you can, but it's.
But nobody cares.
Yeah,
like,
nobody.
Who cares?
Nobody cares.
Like, who can do it? The opposition ain't got the power to do it because whoever loses ain't got the power to do it.
And whoever wins is not doing it.
And then that is kind of why you pay everybody, because then no matter who, like.
Whoever wins, hush.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I believe in some of these laws like that we start talking about, with importing and the duty that's charged on certain things. I think all that had stuff to play with that. Encourage people to buy local, which is on its surface a good thing, unless you have local businesses that take advantage and profit gouge.
Yep.
So.
Well, there you go. All I'm telling now is I'm here. I will volunteer my services.
But how you doing, Jade?
Boy, yesterday was a whirlwind.
Really? I was not expecting that.
Neither did I. Neither did I. I got good news, bad news, and then I was feeling sick. So yesterday was just, need to put yesterday in waste.
Oh, why?
Yeah. But
you catch yourself?
But adulting continues.
Adulting continues.
I'm fine for the most part. I'm alive.
Yeah, you had the internet in a frenzy last night.
Bye, me mother's here. Wow. Did not expect that. I thought I was going to just chop my flares and I'm going to be like, yeah, wow. And move on. I had my call off. I never get so much reward for doing good yet.
Yeah. It's
crazy.
I saw some, and but yeah, like I think your work speaks for itself, and it resonated with people. Yeah,
all I just transpired because they had a bad flyer, Shout out to you.
There's always a silver lining in it.
Yeah. If that person didn't post the terrible flyover on the page, I would have never been like, you know what? Since I really believe me.
Yeah.
Sure, what's going on. And that's just many of them the business ones. Them. Exactly. That's just the for fun ones.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we gotta hit them with it.
Yeah.
Let them just sink in and then just hit them with them.
Yeah, hit them again.
Yeah.
Let them get over the initial shock.
Yeah.
Little while people was like, but I just be seeing this player all over the place. What I could do it, I can't believe it's your girl, I should chop you. That was the funniest one. Somebody said they're gonna chop me for not posting my flyers them and like people that are. I got magic fingers like one in my skull.
Let me tell you something. Right? People have a funny way of giving encouragement. Saying it's people in particular. I've heard people in an attempt to encourage me threaten to slap me, threaten to kill me, threaten to. I'm like.
This ain't really sound encouraging, but you know.
Sound encouraging, but I think I get the.
I get the gist. I see where you was going.
I see where you're going with this. So.
But yeah, bye. I actually got so many. Well, I got about. Let me not say so many. I got some offers. I got some jobs to do.
Nice. Like I said, I've been sending people a direction as well. Somebody called me and asked me like, yo, who do some flyer? I was like, really? Yeah, check this first. But so yeah,
I can't call me right now. I lost my chip.
Yeah, WhatsApp.
Yeah, WhatsApp me. You know, bear in mind I lost my chip.
Why?
This has been the most peaceful week I've had.
Jade, my phone crashed when I was in St. Thomas. That was good.
Well, yeah, listen.
It was good.
I have not been bothered by the fact that nobody could call me.
But yeah, that's how it'll be sometimes. Sometimes your lack of accessibility is a blessing.
But the friend request been rolling in. Let me tell you, I ain't got enough space for a lie. Like I'm almost at my limit.
No, I don't pass my limit, and I just been as somebody there to add. Somebody gotta go.
Yeah. That's basically how I've been functioning.
Somebody gotta go.
Gotta kick somebody out of the ship. But what's going on with you?
Me? Not much.
Giving up for your big trip, you're going to whale in St. Thomas. Ah!
Don't give people the wrong impression.
I'm not hanging out there. Because you don't whale.
Yeah, I don't whale.
You just fish, you don't whale.
Not even. Not even. I just did line.
You just the line?
I just did line for the people who whaling and fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just the
very
facilitator.
Integral part.
Yeah, it's a little facilitator. But yeah, that's what's happening with me. Yesterday I went off on a ramp about group work. And so I spent yesterday afternoon just kind of prepping and finishing what I had to do.
Yeah, you went on with the homework?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, did an exam. Hey, big up to all the teachers them who does just pull all the questions off the internet. Needless to say, I passed.
Of course. I expect nothing less.
I would show the teacher. I think she'll listen to this show now and again, but I won't.
Nah, don't do that.
I'm put on front street.
Yeah, you don't do that. Make it hard for the next couple of students coming up behind you.
No, man. Pass it on. So that's basically what I did. I had a little meeting last night. And then, you don't care about this, but NBA playoffs going on, so then I stayed up to watch the Clippers-Suns game.
The only thing I saw is that somebody stepped in somebody's chest and I get suspended for one game.
Oh, but I mean, what's going on? It's not an NBA postseason if Draymond Green don't get suspended or ejected.
He always is something by.
Always is something.
I don't watch basketball, but that's one name I know. And I don't know man that terrorize the league.
The funny thing with Draymond, right, is that he can do something, get ejected, and then in the post-game press conference, he can just have this innocent, like...
Yeah, the man feels like...
The man will be like, he grabbed my leg. Well, I had to put my foot down somewhere. I'm not that flexible.
Yeah. His chest just happened to be in the way.
The problem was that he didn't really just put down his foot there. Like, the man stopped the man in his chest. No, bear in mind...
Oh, dear.
Personally, he needed the suspension, but I mean,
one game, no, fine.
No, but at the same time, it's like you're grabbing my ankle.
Yeah, that's big money right there. Suppose I land bad now, out for more than one game.
But that is not a basketball play. Like I've never been coached by anybody say, yeah, let's do the ankle grabbing drills. Like that's.
No, and the thing is, I feel like people always think that there's no consequences for the action. You grab the man ankle, he stop your chest. I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, and then you get suspended.
Yes.
He got a flagrant foul, so I really thought they wasn't going to suspend him. I thought you would just get the ejection and come back next game.
Yeah, but they said no.
Yeah. No, but I'm going to tell you something, and the NBA fans out there, y'all tell me if y'all feeling the same thing. For some reason, this season in the NBA, just real chippy.
Oh, you said the NBA fans, so you're talking to me. Okay.
Like, it's just real chippy, Jade. I feel like every night is some fight.
Love it. I didn't start
watching
the NBA, though.
As a matter of fact, it gets so crazy that by the end of the season, the team's fighting themselves.
Yeah, I need to start to watch the NBA then.
The team's fighting themselves. The team fighting themselves. I see what he named near punch. Your own teammate right on the sideline during that timeout.
This was recently? I think I know what you mean.
Yeah. That game had a lot of punching. One fella punched a wall because he fouled because he fouled somebody. Break his hand with like one more game in the season to go while they're trying to get into the playoffs.
Dumb.
Then the other guy box, basically his team leader. In the middle of the huddle, the man had to tell him about just cool off for the next game, man.
You know, the rich man box on the bat. Just. Oh, I love it. Well, no, I don't. Yeah, I do.
But it been a little dicey in the NBA, so I don't know what's been going on.
Entertaining people, you know.
Yeah.
People happy to be back, so that little, you know. So you got sometimes you gotta back somebody in the face to let them they're serious.
Let me ask you a question. How big
Oh, I thought.
You have a lot of I'm gonna put it that way. I know you have some male friends. Do you hear them discuss wrestling? Like wrestling is still a thing? Funny how wrestling just died out. Wrestling used to be a big thing, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. People used to can't wait to go school just to talk about what Triple H do.
Yeah.
Recently I was on Twitter and I found like a list of how much that was paid, right? I said, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Just to pretend to drop a man on his neck? I couldn't do that.
No, Jade. If you're pretending to drop a man in the neck, bear in mind by next week your neck is the one getting.
No, of course.
Okay, so
equal opportunity.
In dropping a man in the neck here is I gotta pay you for the next 3 generations of neck pain that you're gonna have here.
Facts.
Like
no facts.
I gotta pay your chiropractor bill for at least 40 years. Yeah? So yeah, but I actually used to work with the WWE, you know.
But I used to work. I thought I used to work all over, right? But
No,
I got my points, you know.
No, what happened was that the school I used to go to, when they come to our town, we used to be the ones to handle like, the production. So like when they come to our town, we were the production crew. So it was like part of your training. So yeah, but I used to see like Triple H and like Shane McMahon and all them and just like.
Well, my favorite wrestler, but I think it was Undertaker, you know.
That's a good choice actually.
Yeah, Undertaker used to make me happy. Because that man just used to pop up out and now we are fighting everybody.
I used to like Mick Foley.
Mick Foley, what's who again?
He had many different personalities.
I
He was
remember him.
Mankind.
Ah.
What was the one? Something Love. One the King says and tell me no. Something Love. What it was? It wasn't Dr. Love. Mike Love?
I don't remember that one. I remember Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, second favorite.
Yeah, Stone Cold. People are really like The Rock.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. There are a lot of pretty
I had a lot of good wrestlers in it.
Well, but
the one that killed his whole family and his Chris Benoit. Sorry, that's the one I remember him.
What's the one who ended up becoming a big movie star? Not The Rock.
Batista.
No. Cena, John Cena.
Oh, John Cena. Batista too?
Yeah, Batista too. Oh, but I wonder what the man steroid bill will be by.
Bye.
The man steroid bill got me.
Must be was crazy, man.
Them man muscles got muscles, yeah?
Yeah. If the man box in real life, that's it for you, you know?
Oh,
rearrange your whole neck.
Yeah, bye.
So they find the ambassador yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, damn.
I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard an update. I haven't even really heard that. Has there been an official, like, apart from the...
SKNS?
No, well, you say SKNS had put out something.
Yeah. From somebody. I don't know who it's called. Yeah. But official what?
But so it's official that it's the dad of our ambassador, not our ambassador.
Yeah.
So why they keep reporting it like saying his name is diplomat?
I don't know. I tell you, I was so confused because the loop saying take his name is diplomat, then reading the statement, it's like, no, it's his dad. So what he are saying is his name is diplomat. I guess you're also the headline somewhere because people ain't gonna really click on it if it says his name is diplomat dad. I'm like, well.
No.
But the government put an official statement said is the diplomat get kidnapped.
See, that's
Yeah, and SKNS, the photo official.
So
but that's why I read yesterday.
It says his dad.
It said his dad.
Unless, you have to say.
Unless I can read. No, that's what, let me go back over there and look at it.
No, I think they say it was the dad.
That's the statement.
But that's what the statement said.
Yeah.
But the headlines keep saying his name is diplomat.
Yeah. You're a diplomat. So if your father is a diplomat, okay. If you said no, you don't.
No.
Okay. Just ask. The transfer, like credit.
You're covered.
Yeah, like insurance.
I don't know.
Somebody sent over the troops. I tell her I saw last night. You see this video?
No.
This is the video I was trying to describe to her yesterday. When I tell her the white woman in the store called the ladies the N-word.
Get some licks here.
What, boy?
Yeah.
Watch here. Long time, you see somebody get wash out, so you know? Like, proper. I was saying, watch here, they knock the word out, she vocabulary.
When is where people can learn by?
You know.
When they can learn?
Yes, there is consequences for y'all actions. I know y'all ain't accustomed. However, this new set of black people, they're knocking Sonic coins out of all.
I'm gonna be, hey, you know that the Instagram page where just put the Sonic coins every time, you know?
No, you can't say
There's an Instagram page that does do that, like every time there's one of these fights, they put sound effects with every time the black person hit the white person, the coins just be falling. Bring, 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 bring.
Oh yeah, funny on the internet, boy.
Yeah.
What?
That's it's like an Instagram page, like that's.
I love it.
Every single time. I don't know.
Based on what?
Oh, but what's been going on in the world, Jade?
Let me see. So, a government MP has expressed support for criminalization of marital rape.
Should I guess? Who?
You will never guess. If you get this one, Azem are giving you $100 that I don't have right now.
I could get one hint.
It's not from Say Kids.
Oh.
I thought about that. Kitty Shine?
Yeah.
No. Say Kids was so quiet I couldn't even find the Say Kids news.
Okay.
Besides the ambassador, but that was, we always spoke about that.
Okay. Oh, what country?
Bahamas.
Oh, okay. Well, no. Ain't gonna know.
No. When amendments to the Sexual Offences Act are brought to the Bahamian House of Assembly to criminalize marital rape, it will have the support of Minister of Works, Alfred Sears. What does a Minister of Works do?
Public Works.
Oh. Because I thought it's a new one.
No.
Sears gave the commitment today while speaking with reporters at the Prime Minister's office. When the debate comes before Parliament, I can state as a Member of Parliament for Port Charlotte that I support the criminalization of rape in any circumstance, as you should, sir. The Minister was pressed to give further comments as some parliamentarians have been mixed in their response to amending the law to protect women from being sexually abused in their marriage. Consultations on the amendments are currently taking place and it has split opinions from members of the public.
Marital rape is generally one of those topics that, people go back and forth on.
Yeah, because they feel like once you're in a marriage, whatever your husband says goes.
Not only that too, but generally you realize the way it's phrased too, like it only goes in one direction.
Yeah. It should go in both though. Equal opportunity. I want us to stop making it seem like women can't rape. Because
the way the laws are written, like pretty much.
But ain't us writing the laws.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that has baffled me, We act like the laws them can't be changed by the people who change them all the time to fit whatever agenda they need them to fit.
Well, that's the thing, the laws actually don't change all the time. Like, the laws actually don't change all the time.
They can be.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of...
They can be.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see why it's hard for you to go into the House of Assembly and be like, so, we're against marital rape in all types for both men and women. Do y'all agree? Yes, let's change the law.
Yeah, it's a little more complicated.
No, I know that, but...
But, yeah, I understand what you're saying. But, the debate in itself, I think, brings out a lot of valid points. I don't think it's a matter that the issue of marital rape is something that people support. It's not a matter like, oh, I support it. But I think a lot of times what happens is that just like many other laws, particularly laws that benefit one group over another, it tends to get weaponized and used in ways that the law wasn't intended. And what ends up happening is that instead of the spirit of the law being used to interpret the law. A lot of times it's interpreted very literally, and then you end up with another problem outside of the problem that you were trying to solve in the first place.
Boy.
And so that's how you just end up in these crazy runaround scenarios where it's like, it's not that we're against having this law, but we have to decide on how the laws are written.
Yeah. And that's understandable.
Yeah, so that's where the debate comes in. It's not necessarily that there's people out here just, no, I support marital. Like, no. Like,
I know there's people out here doing that, man. But I know what you mean. You mean the people in...
Yeah, but I mean, generally, even those people, like, they might come off as that. But when you listen to the debates, right? So, for instance, even the person that goes and say, how can either person, right? A lot of times they may be coming from a philosophical place where it's like, oh, we are one, we've agreed to share each other. How can you, as a part of your responsibility within the marriage, withhold? So in a situation, they might say, so you'll hear arguments like, so in a situation where, for whatever reason, a husband decides to withhold sex from his wife, or vice versa. Like, so that we don't address that, but then we just address if the person decides to whatever. So,
yeah.
And so it's like, should anyone, so if you ask that person, should anyone force themselves on anybody? The answer is no. But then you ask the other side is, well, should anybody in a marriage just, for whatever reason, just withhold? And it's like, So then you end up at odds. And then it's like this weird argument going back and forth. But really and truly, at the end of the day, all of them really kind of feel like something should be done. It's just, should it just be this blanket statement, or should there be? So that's what I'm saying. A lot of times when you really get into the debate of the matter, those are the kind of issues that tend to come up, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I've heard some different ones.
Like what?
I think, like, for instance, people have this belief that if you're married, that you own that person. Like, that person now becomes your property for you to be able to do whatever you want with them, because y'all in this marriage, y'all agreed before the law to whatever. So your husband or your wife now becomes that person that can do that to you because you're married. And that's just how it is, because, again, you're married.
Right.
But, yeah, listen, in relationships, I think a lot of us feel like we own people. Marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, y'all feel like that person now becomes your property.
So what happens? So, of course, I don't think that. I think slavery is over and we don't run around owning people.
Well, it should be over, but you know.
So what? But this brings up a deeper conversation about what does marriage mean? Like, what does marriage mean? And I think even so, without having that conversation, there may be people who enter into marriages, and that's why they are so quick to turn their back on their vows, because maybe people have a different idea of what it is we just agreed to and what that means, right? And that in itself is such a and the thing is, like, especially for men, like, you have to understand, like, the vast majority of divorces are brought forward by the women, right? So, in a situation where generally men see, because men generally ain't gonna walk away. Men don't generally walk away. Because
you gotta be real terrible for you to get back to leave you alone.
But it's also a lose-lose situation for them, right? They end up losing money, home, family, because generally the kids end up with the mother. So you lose your kids, you lose your money, you lose your home in some cases, right? You lose certain levels of respect and all of these kinds of things. So, and not only that, I think based on the mating strategy that a lot of men institute is not necessarily trying to constantly find the woman that is better than the one you have.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, and not only that, bear in mind that a lot of times men are the ones that propose. So if you can take your time to go propose to this woman, like out of possibly several other women who you may have had meaningful relationships with, somewhere in your mind you make up in your mind that this is who you want to be with.
Yeah, they don't usually file for divorce. They don't just cheat on their wife, but you know.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I think part of it is that women tend to be incentivized to divorce.
Yeah.
There's and that is the problem. The problem is that the incentives, I think, is what makes it just kind of a difficult proposition for men. Like you're incentivizing the person that I decide to ask to be with me to leave me. It's kind of
Yeah,
tense.
that's why they end up kill everybody.
But Jade, if some mass serial murder didn't come up in this conversation.
It would be me. No, you sure they just kill everybody. You're going to leave me home?
Most men...
Let's kill everybody then.
I'm going to offer some pushback on that for the sippers. Most men who get divorced do not kill their
No, of
families.
course not.
Okay.
Of course not.
Okay, they're just putting that out there. Just putting that out there.
But there's some.
These narratives, bye.
I didn't say all.
No, that's...
I said some.
No.
Somebody just kill everybody by. Wake up this morning, you're going to leave me? Okay, bet. Sure.
Oh, bye. But, yeah, I mean, I'm really, we should follow up with that.
And them changing that?
Yeah, we should follow
Yeah,
just to get an idea of the debates and see where the arguments are and what the concerns are. And like I said, generally, when I hear these things debated, at least in Parliament, me talking about on the road and...
In the bar shop them and so.
Yeah, me talking about that, but I'm talking about people who we consider to be learned and who should have some sense.
No, we should.
Generally, that's how the conversation goes. It's more a matter of how do we ensure that these laws do not then get weaponized, and how do we ensure that even in cases where, for instance, people aren't holding up their end of the bargain, that there isn't come a double. It's not a victim, but a double. Like get hit twice.
Yeah.
You know, like imagine you marry someone, and again, I believe that the fact that we encourage the law to get involved in marriage is for a specific reason. That it is important for marriages to happen as a way to foster family. And of course, family plays an integral part in nation building. So if that is one of the reasons or the main reason why marriages exist, then I could understand the government being involved.
Yeah.
So if you're in a relationship and, for instance, you don't want to interact with your partner and things, like what recourse does your partner have? If your husband just decide he don't want you, what recourse do you have? If your wife decide she don't want you, what recourse do you have?
Yeah.
You know, so these are the deep kind of conversations that I think kind of exist, but for some reason when we start talking about these things, people just don't want to have the discussion.
No. Well, speaking of marriage, you said this video of Chance the rapper at Jamaica Carnival?
Bye.
Chance was having a blast.
No, you said this video. There were multiple.
Oh yeah, it's true.
There were multiple.
Chance was having a blast, which I understand because Jamaica Carnival is fun. See y'all next year.
Yeah, Chance was enjoying himself.
Bye. And then the whole...
But there were a lot of celebrities that tend to go.
Yo, you know what? Which celebrity pissed me off? Oh, Marion, you know?
Oh, I'm to Marion.
The man gone to Jamaica Carnival with a full routine, you know? Like you see how with a dance on stage?
Yeah, but, I mean, he can't help.
He could. So, side to side.
No.
Side to side.
Remember, do a little pop locking.
No.
A little pop locking.
You don't do that ever again to no soca song. That man look ridiculous as ever.
Yeah, so you can't be vexed with him, you just got to laugh at him.
I could do both.
Indeed.
The man. I'm like, you're listening to a player, sir? Find a woman and side to side, what are you doing? Do like follow chance.
Stop there. I can tell you something now, eh? I want to see how... I suspect, and I'm telling somebody this since last year. I said, I suspect within 3 to 5 years, we're going to start seeing a trend of women taking legal action against men who try to jam them in the band. And then what are you going to do? I agree with Marion, see? You better pop lock by yourself because you know your name is easy to call.
By the properly cooking chance on the internet, you know? The thing for me is though, right?
Same thing I say.
But they ain't cooking him because he was dancing. They're cooking him because he was married and dancing.
Yeah.
I think it's the ass slapping thing, man.
Yeah, I don't even understand. Everybody that... See, that's where you would draw the line. Right? That's where you would draw the line.
Amy drawing the line, you know? Is the drawing the line. Me, my wife to draw the line, you know?
No. But what I'm saying is, let's take it.
If it was me,
yeah,
where
would you have started to feel, okay, you're doing a bit too much?
Yeah, probably the ass thing, man.
Right, so that's exactly.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, for me, like, I never understood how, like, I've never understood the sentiment that is just a dance. Like I've never understood that. I've never understood that because I remember even being young and just feeling like the child in the emperor's new clothes. I'm like, you can't tell me that this is just a dance when you are literally mimicking sexual movements. And
but it's just a dance.
And you're doing it to not only sexually suggestive, but more so now sexually explicit songs. Like you can't be telling me take the back shot. Take back shot girl and then doing the back shot action and then tell me that is just a dance. Like it's ridiculous to me. But
that's you.
Yeah, but my problem is that I could articulate that. You can't just come back to me and just be like, well, just a dance.
It's just a dance?
No, but how is it just a dance? Like, explain it to me so that I could understand.
Wait a minute.
I literally just explained why I think it's not just a dance.
Because the song,
No, it's not just the song. Like, we're looking at it, Jade.
The song, the movements, the clothing.
And even if and in other words then, right?
So if it was just a side to side, it would have been better. But when you're mimicking the actions of the dance.
No, it's not that. No, the dance itself simulates sex, it's sexual movements, right? So why would I be comfortable with my husband or my wife simulating sex on somebody else?
And that's why you have to have the conversation. Don't just assume your partner would be okay with it.
But that's fine. In general, when you have the conversation, the people that want to have, like, who want to simulate sex on people or have sex simulated on them will tell you it's just a dance. And then they could never articulate how they come to that conclusion. Because the truth is, you just want to do it.
They come to that conclusion because they say things like, well, may I gonna see that person again, you know, when we done it.
We know that's not true. You know how much. Hey, you're talking about Jamaica. You got a man named Barry Simon sing a song, What One Dance Can Do, yeah?
What one dance can do, yes?
And I think that there are a lot of people that can attest to One Dance did something.
Well,
So no, but
It's
I'm interested. I'm interested to hear what the conversation has been.
Oh, he married, he disrespecting his wife. How he could do this. He said he still love his wife, but he out here doing these things. Yeah, that's all.
And generally, the people saying this are from a different culture than Caribbean, right? You say might be people from the US?
Yeah, it's people from the US. Well, there's some Caribbean people who disagree with it too, but just because of the ass slapping part. Not the dance.
That don't even make sense to me.
And I'm telling you what I disagree with.
I can rub up my
dingaling.
My genital on your behind, but don't touch it with my hand.
No.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Oh, I hate how you just out here making sense, man.
No, but like none of this thing does make sense to me. And the problem is, I just be there thinking, but I hoping somebody could somehow explain this to me. And nobody ever has.
Because we can't. I said, it's just what we do. That's the explanation. We cannot explain it. We cannot tell you why.
But then say that. Because then what
other than attempt to make it seem like
right, and then the attempt to make it seem like I the one with the issue. I'd be like, no, all you have to say to me is that you like it, full stop.
Yeah.
You like it and you just like it. Like we could go and then and the problem is if I decide to now have a conversation about why this is what you like, then you vex.
Why you calling me a whore?
No. No, I didn't. Yet.
You want the past too?
No, but I mean, and the problem I have is that I think it's important. Like what would happen is that people don't like when you have these conversations. The problem I have is that there's a certain law of the universe, right? That anything left to itself, right, devolves into or dissolves into discord. That's a law of the universe. You park up your car outside for a year, don't think I just jump in it and go drive off. Right? If a bird drop on your vehicle and you don't wipe it off, it would literally eat through the paint on your vehicle. Right? Anything that is left to itself, right, devolves into discard. That is across the board. So when people say, like, that's why when people make arguments, like, and say, well, why you care? Why we can't just left? And be like, because if we don't have these conversations and we don't try to impact the world around us and allow ourselves to be impacted by the world around us, then you dissolve into chaos. It's like you read a book, right? So the information passed through your brain. It don't stay there. If you never read another book, you just get dumber and dumber and dumber, you know.
Yeah.
Even though you don't read a book here, you just get dumber and dumber and dumber. You have to continually read, continually learn, continually practice. You lose this skill. You do graphic design. If you if you just decide for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you ain't doing no designing and you ain't doing no graphics. You pick it up after that time, you think you're gonna be able to produce the same quality that you're producing now.
No bye.
So you had the skills, but you didn't work at it. And so it devolved. That's a general, like,
that's usually what has happened.
That's a rule of the world. So like, we have to have these conversations, but people just don't like it because they like what they're doing.
Fact.
Up to Friday. I think it was Friday. I think I saw at Friday, sometime on the weekend, a friend of mine posted up a picture of one of the things that is one of the most upsetting normalities that I see in public here, with this big woman, like, just dancing with a boy who was obviously maybe 8, maybe.
I would spot to kick somebody in the chest.
Okay, so it can't be just a dance.
If you do that to my child.
So it can't be just a dance, and that's the problem I'm having. Like, the people that make the argument that say it's just a dance have an issue with that. But wait, it's just a dance. Like, we know what it is. Like, I just don't like the the delusion that they try to create. It's like, just admit that you like it, and then we could possibly move forward. But don't try to justify it, and just don't try to justify it. Like, I don't understand. But the person posted it, and was like, I think the caption was something to do with, is this okay? Is this culture? Now bear in mind, this is a person who just play mass and jump up in troop and go with that kind of things and thing, eh? But he himself was like, I'm really feeling this energy here, right? I'm really feeling this energy right here. But what? Like, of course, as usual, there's now a ring of onlookers. So much so that the boy was so short that the lady had to come and pick up the boy to make sure that his genitals was in the right place.
Again, if all you ever say, Jade and M. Hobson on the road, and he's underage, and y'all decide that is the route
But why?
y'all want to take, know that I lose all the marbles that I have left.
But why would Jaden himself feel like anything wrong with that when we actively take our children to go and view it?
Who's we?
Me say you, but like I say, we like general people. Like, I mean, I'm not a fan of it. Like, I know what happens, so I think I have a responsibility to not expose, like,
Your child?
children that are in my stead to that, right? So it's like, I don't.
Time I hear a ringtone, boy.
A long time I hear that ringtone, by like, that's yeah, by.
They give me like a
Flashback?
Yeah. Man, know what to about.
But yeah, so I mean, it's.
No, with you.
But that is just, and you have no idea. Like, I've said the story here before. Like, there was a young lady this is years ago. Maybe I gotta be over 10 years old.
Somebody said, take care of my face.
Take you off the people I'm trend. Like, man.
No.
Oh, okay.
Out of my face.
Oh, your face? I mean, your face?
Man, no. Bare face, oh.
Or maybe they're trying to say, like, on you, like a cooking you. No.
No. They say back to that show there. When I gag me. Remember where was it there? I was talking about the carnival costumes.
Oh, I needed to be there for that conversation.
Bye. Oh, my mother's here, bye.
I need to be there. No, but I don't even think that.
No, you would have been on the side. You would have been on the side.
No, but I don't think it was. I don't think they were cooking you. I think
you don't think that was what?
I think what happened there was just the people passionate about it. I mean, the one call in particular who was real passionate. So I don't think it was like a Jade thing. It's just that, you know, there was your platform. But the point I'm making was that there was this young lady. We were cool and. She know that certain things that like ain't really my energy. So, in an attempt to, how should I put it? What was she attempting to do?
I don't know.
To maybe ease my concern or whatever. She decided to just stay close to the vehicle that I was working on. 'Cause I was there working. And happened to look over at some point there, and first what I see was this line of little boys, because of course, you know, when the little boys find the one woman, like they line up for so all them get it done, like, and it was just like, yo, I couldn't, yeah, it was definitely a issue. It was an issue for me.
I would have done. Personally?
No, it was an issue. It was an issue. I mean, and the thing about it, I think, maybe it's just something that persons don't really think about, because whenever I have the conversation with somebody that engaged in that, generally after like having the conversation, they go, okay, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, I think.
Because at the same time, if I do that to some 6-year-old girl in the middle of the band while backshot playing.
Boy!
I think they might last me.
Last?
I think they might last me, like, not in jail, you know. No. Like, I will literally just be lost.
Yeah.
I will just be lost in civilization.
Bye.
Like,
they might get you out of here quick.
Yeah, they'll just be like, I see, Azem. But not since Juve, man.
But watch you, I'm gonna just be sitting there like, oh, remember you had a man named Azem?
Bailey?
Vaguely.
Bailey. That's it. No. That was his name, Bailey? No, I mean, I barely remember him.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of times, like, but because of the, but those things would happen because of the, it's just a dance. Like, so if it's just a dance, then it don't matter if you dance with a 6-year-old, since it's all innocent, right? Like, see, so don't tell me it's just a dance. Like, you can't convince me.
Like, I don't know about the segment here. Pissing out the carnival revelers.
No, I mean, watch it. I'm not telling them to do anything or not do anything.
You're just saying.
I'm just saying, let's done with the delusion. Let's done with the delusion, please.
Delusional.
So don't get vexed with your girlfriend when she, for some reason, have an issue with you bending over all sorts of random women in the middle of town. Like, you get vexed with your girlfriend because, you know, it's like let's just know what it is.
Yeah.
Just know what it is. I tell people all the time. And it is a start to deal with people who have similar values, beliefs, and outlooks.
That's all. If you don't like your woman in the band gyrating, look a woman that don't like to go in the band to gyrate. Simple maths. But don't go look the woman that you're not in spotlight every carnival season and tell her no stand up on the side. So, sorry? Not how it works.
I think part of it too is that a lot of us, men, women, everybody, we don't know how to articulate our feelings. I think sometimes if you're able to articulate your feelings to your significant other, you can get some sort of compromise. But when you just allow your feelings to talk, me like that, yeah.
So you
got me look stupid.
You can't wear a band because you're with me now. So we could fix that.
No, sir.
We could fix that quickly.
No, but the truth is, Jade, you're saying we could fix that quickly, but a lot of times what ends up happening is you get accused of being all sorts of things.
That's fine.
No, I mean you, so the person who have the issue, you get accused of having. So what happens is generally people then not express themselves. So I might have an issue with, for instance, the issue we talked about yesterday with your significant other going on a date with somebody, right? Like if you're not able to articulate why it's an issue, you get called insecure, you get called controlling. And in particular, these words come out very quick in arguments. Like from the time you have a standard, you're insecure or you're controlling. Just have any sort of standard. Just say, I don't appreciate this. Oh. So you be controlling. You feel your own people.
You think he's me thorough?
You think he's me? Oh. Hey, let's take a break. It triggered me, Jade. Flashback hit me hard, boy.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
So, miss, if you think mommy does maybe. Anyway, let's take a break.
Azem, oh my God, break.
Let's take a break. What?
Break.
I wasn't the one who said it.
Break.
I had to question.
Quickly.
All right, guys, we're going to take a short break and be right back with more Sip and Chat. We have some very special guests in the studio with us. So stick and stay. Don't go away. Fill up your mugs and come right back.
More value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.
Hey guys, welcome back to SipNchat right here at the Sugar Factory, and I'm proud to announce and introduce some very special guests, as I said before the break, right here. And we have no stranger to the Sugar Factory, Mr. Leeronie, right here with us this morning. Leeronie, how are you doing?
Good, very good.
Yeah, lovely to hear that. And I don't think there should be many people looking who don't know the face that's sitting to my right.
Okay.
We have Akanye Samuel Francis.
Yes.
And for those of you who somehow don't know this is... Somehow missed it. We're talking to a Carifta gold medalist here in the 400-meter hurdles event. And so I, for one, am very, very happy that you decided to come and hang out with us this morning. And how are you doing?
I'm alright, feeling good.
Feeling good?
How the knees?
Knees?
Yeah, how your knees?
Good.
Well, I mean, guys, we came back yesterday after a break. And so one of the things that we did yesterday was talk a bit about the Carifta experience that happened over the Easter weekend. And I could tell from Jade's reaction yesterday, and of course...
Well, she was actually.
Well, she was, yeah.
Well, Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
That we both were just very proud of what the athletes were able to accomplish. But yeah, I think I talk too much. Can you tell us a bit about the experience? Was this your first Carifta Games?
No.
Alright.
The second time.
It's the second time?
Yes.
And how was the experience this time versus your first time? Outside of winning the actual medal, which we'll get to, but what was the experience? Did you feel more prepared, more relaxed? Was the bright lights a distraction? How was it?
Well, this year I felt more confident in myself because last year it was the first time and I was younger than most people, if not everyone. And I was scared because everyone was bigger than me, and I wasn't really that confident in myself. But this year, I came back with a better mentality that I would win the race.
Oh, so I mean, but even let's even talk about your event, the 400-meter hurdles. It is maybe not a event that most people are drawn to right off the bat, right? Is it a sport that a discipline that you love? Like, is there something that you recognize that you could do? Somebody put you into it? Like, how you got into that particular event?
Well, I started training like normal for the 400 flat, and then my coach asked me if I could do hurdles. I said, I used to do a little bit in primary school, so he asked me to try it out. And after I tried it out, he said, if I practice enough, I could get better at it. And then I started to practice for it, and I got better.
Well, obviously you got better. Obviously you got better.
Than that, right?
And so you went through qualifying. You would have qualified. When was your first qualifying time posted? Was it into school? Or was it?
It was at the Carifta trial.
Oh, it's at the Carifta trials. Nice. So you got to the games, and going through. You had a heat for the race, or you were straight finals?
No, straight finals.
I didn't remember seeing a heat for that race. So even so, you don't even have an idea of what the competition looking like. Sometimes the heats give you an idea of where you stand in the field and things. So it's like you step on the line and know that this is for the goal, right? What are you thinking when you're at the starting line?
I hope that I execute my race properly and that I could finish it strong,
right,
and push hard for the goal.
But you did say you felt more confident this year in your abilities.
Yes.
So even on the line, the confidence didn't run away, right?
No.
Well, I mean, what time you posted?
I ran 54.14.
Youngster strong by.
That's good. That's good one.
That's a good time. I can tell a lie. I don't even think I could run 54 in a 200 right now. But yeah, man. I mean, congratulations. I mean, and how was the reception when you got back? You
got back to St.
Yeah.
It was good. Felt that I was a big celebrity. So it was good.
Yeah, man, I could imagine. But trust me, all the good things are coming your way. You deserve. I mean, and I tell people all the time, and Darrione, you could attest as being an athlete too. Like sometimes people.
Gold medal athlete, no fair.
Oh, sorry, sir. I apologize. But people sometimes don't recognize that these athletes put in years and years of work for a 54-second performance, right? And the level of discipline that it takes to be successful in this sport, I think, is something that we really need to recognize and applaud them for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But even outside of Kenya, we had. How big a team did we send for this?
This Carifta, we sent 22 athletes.
Wow.
I think it was the most we ever sent overseas as it relates to the Carifta Games. It was a 22-strong athlete base, and they did quite well.
Something was an understatement, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely made us proud. What were some of the stand-up performances in your mind?
There were quite a number, and I hope that I don't get in trouble by forgetting any. But we had, of course, Akanya winning gold. We had Jalen Bennett winning silver. We had Deschanel Thomas at 13 years old winning bronze in the 400 meters. Bennett, you would have seen the controversy running by himself. Perhaps if he had run with competitors, he might have medaled again.
Yeah.
Risa Jazawa got pushed out of the silver medal position because of the disqualification in the 800 meters.
Unfortunate,
but
yeah, definitely a strong showing throughout the competition.
Yeah, very, very strong. I mean, coming into the 800 meters, which was the final event, she was in the third medal position, third medal, bronze medal position, and she knew that she had to win the 800 meters, but not only win, but beat the person who was in silver by a significant margin,
right.
which she did.
Yeah.
And that bumped her up into the silver position until later on we found out that there was a DQ. Jamad Huggins, who didn't register a throw, he fouled his 3 throws in the shot put and still came fourth and was 37 points out of the bronze medal position.
Wow.
Knowing that if he had just registered a throw, registering a throw would have given him about a minimum 300 points.
Right.
So you can see where he would have missed out on his medal. Also, he placed fourth in the high jump, jumping the same distance, same height rather, at 1.95, who got bronze medal.
Oh.
And in the octathlon, so he competed in the open high jump and the octathlon.
Oh, really?
Event,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
And so in the octathlon event, he jumped 2 meters. And if he had jumped that 2 meters the day before, in the open event, he would have won silver medal.
Wow.
So it was very unfortunate weekend for Mr. Huggins, because he would have missed out on 2 medals there, you know. We had some solid performances as well on the female side. We had some personal bests. Being registered by Miss Jones, a very solid time. And, you know, it was an overall great performance. I would have said that Miss Thomas, the 13-year-old, she would have set the tone for the entire weekend.
Right.
Not only winning her medal, but from winning her heat so convincingly, you know.
Right.
And the commentators are like, this 13-year-old, you know.
I was looking at it, and I did not expect that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like and I mean, not only that, it's not just the age, but like you're saying, for a lot of these athletes, this may have been the first time at this level of competition, right? And so I was very encouraged because of that, and very happy to see that we were able to send such a big team, but not only just a big team, but a team of strong competitors.
Yeah, quality, yeah.
Quality team.
Quality.
Yeah, this has me excited for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah.
Like, because I think as well, I mentioned it, I wasn't sure if it was the biggest team, but I said it was encouraging to see that we've come such a long way from the days when maybe it might have been 2 athletes who go to the cup.
It was back in the day. It was about 2 athletes. I mean, one. Sometime it used to be Melo and Tianjo, Tianjo and Virgil. Yeah.
I remember years when there were more coaches on the team than athletes, right? Like, so we've come a long way, and it's not just about, well, let's just send people. Like, these athletes have been training, they've qualified, and now we see that they are even winning medals, and so much so winning gold medals. So, I mean, I am very much encouraged as it relates to athletics in the federation, and but of course there's something that we would be remiss to not talk about. The controversy, we'll call it that. The controversy that transpired with Jalen Bennett.
Right.
What actually happened? Give us a rundown as to what really happened.
After the heats would have run, I think early in the morning or the day before, we would have gone through the results and saw that he was at the 9th position. Top 8 make it to the finals, he was in the 9th position. And so, unfortunate, we move on, right? Until we found out that, well, this was after the fact now, we found out that the St. Martin coach went into the officials and told them that their guy didn't run this time. This is
the wrong time.
It's the wrong time. So had it not been for the coach taking that stance, no controversy, no nothing. He would have just run, and that's that.
Right. Wow.
So him going in and saying, hey, my guy didn't run this time, he don't deserve to be in the finals.
Right. Which is a class act.
Right, very much so. Very commendable. And so now, on one end, the change was made in terms of the start list.
Okay.
And then after that, on one end it was made, but on our end, which is the call room 1, where the athletes check-in, the change wasn't made there. So at the photo finish booth, they have the corrected version, the lane assignments and everything. But at call room 1, where we need to come in and check our names and that sort of thing, no mention to us that we had made the finals, there was an error, nothing of this sort. So it's not until when you guys saw it, that's when we saw it as well. So it was in the stadium when we said, lane 2, Jalen Bennett. We made the finals. You know, and then we quickly went to the TIC to lodge a protest because it is in the rule book. And the reason why there was such a delay because we were trying to see if we could get the race run with everybody.
Right.
But there were so many protests at the time, and it's not like you say, okay, Azem, you made a mistake here. Okay, cool. Let's
just fix it.
Let's fix it. No, he has to go to a jury of appeal and
the whole process.
You have to write up a form. You have to state in the rule book where the infringement took place. So you have to quote. It's like section 2.011.
So they can't come to me. I feel like you should have. No.
Okay. You can't. Although they know it's wrong, you have to state what rule was infringed upon.
Right.
And so, after doing that, we consulted with some of our colleagues and so on. I would have spoken to a Jamaican, the head of the Jamaican delegate, and he said, well, normally in a case like this, he perhaps will have to run by himself.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before as well. Right?
And so, after long deliberation, we had to, because now the meet is wrapping up, everybody just tired from the whole weekend trying to get out there. Persons wrapping up cards and that's all. Say, hey, hold on.
You got something else to do.
Yeah. We went to the announcer and said, you need to announce that the race is not over. So we keep nudging her and say, hey, you need to make the announcement so they can clear the field. And so when she made the announcement, at the same time we're telling our guy, hey, not to rush into the race because you don't want at the end, you injure yourself.
Injury or anything like that, right?
You know? And so at the end, I think it was probably after 9 minutes, maybe minutes to 10, after all the awards had given out and so on, that's when he was given the opportunity to run. And then when we thought that all the controversy had finished, here comes a lot of pictures coming in.
Oh, boy.
Say, hey. He won the time, he won the time. And so now we had to take an elevator to go on the 5th floor. To check the photo finish. That's when you saw the image because we ourselves took that picture to show that it was indeed the time that we would have run. So it wasn't anything that somebody sent to us. We make sure went there with our team and say, hey, pull up the image, let's see. And persons need to understand as well. The time that you see on television is all flash time or unofficial time until it is corrected. You only when you break the plane, you might break the plane with your hand or your foot or something like that. But the official is the torso. So and that's where you get the official time from.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, it does seem like it was a whole runaround and thing. But what I will say though, for Jalen to be up to the task to go on the line by himself. All eyes on But this time, right, the whole I think it's even if you ain't watch one race or one event from Carifta, that's the one race you watch, Because everybody just start to post, hey, he can go on now, he can go on. Everybody like, what? So the whole I think is watching, the whole of the Caribbean watching, because everybody know like watching, like, but how this like what going on here? And for him to put himself on the line and be able to perform in the way he did, I think that in itself is commendable.
Definitely.
And I want to applaud the crowd as well, because, I mean, when he was running, the crowd started and, okay, let's go. It was exciting. Although it was, unfortunate, we can still take some positives out of it,
Yeah, and I think these are the type of experiences that build resilience and, prepare you for even more competitions, like further down.
Yeah, because
right?
I'm sure that now having to go through all of this, like in the back of his mind, whatever race he wants next, he definitely.
Yeah, man.
But come on, Jay. Like,
he definitely
what could happen? What could happen now? Like, what could happen to throw me off? Like, then like nothing happened.
I've been treated all now.
Yeah, I've been treated all now. Like,
that's a fact.
It don't matter. Like, somebody fast start over there, mine matters. Let's go. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's always something to take away, and I mean, I for one felt very proud over Easter weekend. You know, to be from St. Kitts Nevis, and to really just see the performance of all the athletes. Those who medaled at personal best, I was very happy to see some personal best being posted. And they took those. And for me, one of the things, and I said it here, was I believe that we need to see more of these athletes at some of these bigger competitions. Yeah. Right? I think it really helps to prepare them. I mean, he said just earlier that, you know, this being his second time at Carifta, he was able to relax more and be more, you know, in tune with the job that he had to do.
Right.
And, you know, I'm really happy to see that the association is making it happen to afford more athletes the opportunity. Imagine you Carifta at 13, you're meddling, while your Carifta career could be moving forward. So I am quite excited about that. But what were some of your other main takeaways from the entire experience?
On a whole, the atmosphere was friendly, very inviting. I mean, the Bahamians really, I mean, the place where they stayed, and Akanya probably could talk about it in terms of the food. I mean, the food was always on point. You always had a wide array of food. That place, Breezes in Bahamas.
Oh, yes, Breezes?
Yeah.
Vibes.
Yeah.
Vibes.
And so they are accustomed to host, you know, this type of magnitude in terms, because they're hosting World Relays next year, and that's where that will be the Athletes Village as well.
Nice.
And so the friendliness of the people in Bahamas. I also took notice of a lot of the countries intermingling, you know, making your friends and that sort of thing. And it's all about the experience at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah, you come with a job, but you want to make sure that you enjoy the experience and, you know, get a taste of what it is, you know, to make new friends and find out about new cultures and that sort of thing, you know. So.
But you could speak a bit about that. I mean, how was it, you know, being in the Athletes Village, interacting with not only, you know, persons who might have been in the same event as you, but just different athletes from the different countries. You got a new girlfriend or what? No, I'm gonna ask. I know we go. Like, you're afraid to talk. I'm gonna ask.
The atmosphere was good. Like, the people were friendly. I feel like that we made new friends. We socialized, and that.
That's a yes. That's a yes. That's a yes. Yes. Don't tell us her name though. Don't tell us her name.
It was good. The Athletes Village was good.
Nice. I'm really happy you guys had a real comfortable. I mean, you know, we don't been to some competitions and you're staying in a church hall somewhere.
Yeah. Some cotton as well. Hotel vibes, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, it really seemed like it was a positive experience for the athletes, and I think at the end of the day, it really did give a lift to the nation. And to be honest, at a time when, you know, we had a rough couple of weeks leading up to Easter, and I think these are the types of things that really provide a lift to the nation.
Some positivity.
Some positivity, man.
I agree. But now Carifta is finished. What y'all doing next? What we can look forward to?
So we have the Commonwealth Games that is going to be held in Trinidad. We have the Pan Am Games in August. That's going to be in, I think it's Puerto Rico. We have a number of meets that we are preparing for. Unfortunately, Akanya is too young because the Commonwealth Games is under 18, and under 18 means 16 and 17, right? Akanya is what, 15, right? And so we have a number of meets coming up that will fall under the auspices of the SKNOC, the Olympic Committee, right? And so they'll be handling a lot of the logistics as it relates to that. We just have to ensure that our athletes stay fit, stay in shape, stay healthy.
Oh, speaking of that, we didn't record any injuries or any serious.
No serious injuries. No serious injuries. We provided some aftercare, so to speak, for the athletes after the return. We want a big shout out to Dr. Hendrickson, and Albo, right? And they have provided some care for our athletes on return to ensure that whatever niggling injuries, after running for an entire weekend, you get sore and your body breaks down a bit, Also want to shout out the fans and the organizers and the sponsors for that tremendous welcome home. And motorcade.
Come home. So royalty wise.
Well deserved.
Kai and Jet and that sort of thing. Yeah, it was vibes. It was vibes.
It really was pleasing to me personally to see the response of people who generally might not even be track and field fans, but were able to galvanize around just the good performance of the athletes. And I'm hoping that this level of support, finds its way even into the coffers. And
that's why I say transcends into dollars and cents.
Yeah, because it is not cheap. It is not cheap to send these athletes around the world.
But we have to shout out the committee as well, because y'all did a good job. Y'all carried the team. Y'all made sure they came back healthy. Made sure that y'all did the job that y'all were supposed to do. And I know a lot of the times people just focus on the athletes, but we have to focus on the people who actually make sure that the athletes are up to par and all of these.
Speaking of which, there were some coaches that were a part of the team as well. You want to shout out?
Yeah, definitely. We had head coach Kervin Wallace out from Nevis. He was assisted by Walter Johnson from St. Kitts, as well as Dwayne Warner, who is also the vice president from Nevis as well. We had other support staff there. We had a full medic team who really work on the athletes, ensuring that they stay fine-tuned, stay well oiled up and ready to go every time. Even persons might not have known, because perhaps the camera wasn't on him at the time, but in his 7th event, Jamad, he got carted off in a wheelchair because he would have tweaked his hip. And we were thinking, okay, well, that's it for him. And until I saw him lining up in the 1,500-meter line, I said, Jamal, where are you going? So I won the 15, I'll be all right, man. And then, in the 1,500, he just took them apart. Yeah. Literally took them apart. But he got worked on by our medical team, and they ensured that less limited pain during the 1,500, and he competed well.
I'm happy to hear that. One of the last thing I'd ask is about some of those multidiscipline events. I've always thought that we may be I think different cultures and different nations, are more tuned towards certain types of disciplines, right? Maybe because of the geography where you live, maybe the culture, the food, or whatever, right? Do you believe that some of those multidiscipline events are the place where we could shine? After now, we see the performance of Jamar as well as Jazara.
I think so. In primary school, if you're the best athlete, you're not only running, you're jumping,
you do everything.
You're trying, you're doing everything. And Akanya is a top footballer as well. Right? And so you see that.
Yes, yesterday.
I just supposed to say, you mentioned.
I said the footballers, they man kill the 4 and the 8.
Yeah. So you see that where, when it's track and field season, it's football season there. Yeah. And so I guess because we have a limited pool, we have to draw from, the same source. And that lends to, as I said, Jazara being a cricketer lends to her javelin draw. She won her event in terms of the within the hip. She threw the furthest in the javelin, and she in the open hip, I think she came 5th or 6th. and you see where, you know, different sports can lend to some strengths in other areas.
That has always been my theory. My theory has been because we're so small, right, in terms of population, what happens is that, like you said, the athletic kids, they end up becoming competent in multiple disciplines, right? And so I believe if we're able to take that into as they get older, I think we'll really have some athletes that could really do well at those multidiscipline events. So who knows? We're looking forward to seeing more and more medals from you, Kanye. We're looking forward to what's to come in your career. I think you have a bright career. No matter what direction you want to go in, and as well as the other athletes for sure. I think we're definitely on a positive track. Maybe who knows? This might be the golden age. I think its name is
never know.
Athletics.
How do I get my child into athletics? Because he has a lot of energy and I feel like he needs to put some.
There are a number of track clubs catering for you know, the smaller ages.
What age is that at?
5.
Oh, he almost there.
He almost there?
Yeah.
So we have my group. Well, within the Bastia area, there's my group, Extreme Velocity, and there's also Fast Twitch. Right? And so we can see the involvement of kids as well. I mean, the groups have been, you know, getting larger and larger. Every track season, we see more parents getting involved. We would have registered some numbers at the Rams Primary Championship, which were surprising to us in terms of crowd and that sort of thing.
And so big support right now.
Yeah, and so we need to keep the momentum and capitalize on it and hone in on our talented youths.
We're just speaking of support, and we've mentioned it before, but I just want to really hone in on this as we wrap up. How do people who want to contribute to, you know, what's happening in the track, maybe businesses and maybe there's persons who see the positive impact of athletics, and not only on the lives of the kids, but on society as a whole, and they maybe want to contribute. How do they do that? Who could they contact to do so?
They can contact the office at 465-8284. Checks are written out to SKN Athletics.
Not Leeronie?
No, never that. SKN Athletics, and we ensure that, you know, you get your mileage as it relates to, you know, your investment. We have seen quite a number of other businesses come on board.
Lovely.
In small ways, you know, from the smaller businesses up to the larger ones. And we want to encourage more of that. It can only benefit the youths. It can only benefit what is happening in society as well, and veer them into a different path, you know. There are many opportunities for persons as it relates to track and field and sports in general. You have scholarship opportunities, you have professional, you know, and it just teaches you discipline on a whole, you know. And it lends towards a healthier lifestyle years to come after you finish with the sport.
For sure.
You know, and then your offsprings, now you bring them up in the same path. And then that cycle just continues.
Healthier society overall.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Many different ways. So yeah, guys, support the youths, support the associations that are propping up the youths in whatever way possible. Trust me, it is not an investment that goes to waste. Trust me. As somebody who feels personally that I've benefited a lot from my time in athletics and sports in general, like I could say that I would love to see more and more young people getting involved.
Right.
And I'm really loving the level of support that I'm seeing for athletics right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Appreciate them.
Can anybody want to shout out before we head out? Like maybe your mom, then your girl?
Yeah, I would like to shout out my mother and my grandmother, well, my parents, my family, and my coach for bringing me along the way. And my friends, everybody.
Yeah, lovely man. I appreciate it. And like I said before, man, we're really looking forward to what you're yet to achieve. And again, congratulations on your gold medal performance at this year's Carifta, man. Like it definitely was one for the books.
Indeed.
All right. But guys, we're gonna take another break as we come back for more Sip and Chat right here on the Sugar Factory. So stick and stay. Don't go anywhere.
More value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.
Hey guys, welcome back. May not understand what's going on.
No kind of wine, just squid.
That's vibes, man. That's vibes. Oh, by the way, you're live.
Well, thank you.
Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Sip and Chat right here at the Sugar Factory. And yeah, Jade, I'm really happy I got to meet Akanya because
Got the man on this, put the man on the spot. What is wrong with you?
Jade, I know this thing, you know. I know this thing, Jade. The man win a gold medal at Carifta. The man must got a girlfriend now.
Suppose you had one before. Suppose the man you hiding in new one.
No, we got two.
Wow.
The man win gold medal. The man can got two girlfriends. One he see once a year. Yeah, see, the next one say he ain't got the money to go talk, but he flying go in Jamaica.
It's true.
Hey, come on.
We're not going medal, that's $1 million bucks.
Come on.
Now we draw. You are terrible. So.
I just be walking around the athletes village, me gold medal on my neck. No shot.
Bye, listen.
No shot.
I tell you, the Lord know what positions to put me in because certain things
they can't hold you.
I don't know what to do. I ain't going overdo. Like, no reason at all. Like, but no, I just got a gold medal.
I surprised you coming here with it.
Yeah.
Because it was me.
What? On my neck everywhere I go.
I got to school.
That'll be me in your big chain.
But that's the chain. That's the chain every day I go to school.
Oh yes, but maybe he's not like us. He's better.
Does seem like a pretty cool young man, humble and yeah, like he got his head on right.
Can't if it was us, bye.
Does seem like he has his head on, and like I'm really happy about that.
That would have won if with the medal is on your the new uniform for us. Everywhere we go, church.
Actually, like that, you know, like my personality ain't like that, but yeah, at least village definitely though.
Are you talking about me?
Oh yeah, no, you're not
I had to overdo that. I might have wear out the band of the medal.
Carifta, like, yeah, I got any more of them.
I got them, yeah. Send me about it, cause
these are getting real fast.
Oh yes, but are you lonely, friend?
You trying to tell me something, Jade?
I'm asking you a question.
I'm not.
Well, if you were, South Korea would have paid you $500 a month.
Can I retract my original answer?
I mean, it's up to you.
Can I retract my original answer?
It's up to you.
I moved to South Korea?
It's up to you.
Oh, boy.
But yeah.
So what's happening? Tell me what's happening with this.
South Korea is paying lonely people $500 a month to re-enter their society.
I like it.
Me too.
I like it. I know how I feel about paying people to do things, eh?
Incentivize the behavior that you want to see.
Okay.
Well, some South Korean youth are so cut off from the world that the government is offering to pay them to re-enter society. I have a thought, but when we finish. The Ministry of Gender Equality and Family announced this week that it will provide up to 650,000 Korean won, about $500 per month, to isolated social recluses in a bid to support their physiological and emotional stability and healthy growth.
Yep.
About 3.1 of the Korean percent aged 19 to 39 are reclusive, lonely young people. Defined as living in a limited space in a state of being disconnected from the outside for more than a certain period of time, and they have noticeable difficulty in living a normal life. According to the ministry's report, citing the Korea Institute for Health and Social Affairs. That makes up about 338,000 people across the country, with 40% beginning their isolation in adolescence, according to the ministry. Various factors are thought to be at play, including financial hardship, mental illness, family problems, or health challenges. The new measure specifically targeted to young people as part of the larger Youth Welfare Support Act, which aims to support more extremely withdrawn from society, as well as youths without a guardian or school protection who are at risk of delinquency. The monthly allowance will be available to reclusive, lonely young people. I love how they just keep mentioning, oh, you're lonely.
Because that's what they are.
They are, definitely. They are aged 9 to 24 who live in a household earning below the median national income. Defined in South Korea as about 5.4 million won, about $4,165 per month, for a household of 4 people. The youths can apply for the program at a local administrative welfare center. Their guardians, counselors, or teachers can also apply on their behalf.
Okay.
My only thing is this, right? Don't just give them money. Teach them social skills. Because...
Well, I think the money is obviously to incentivize them to re-enter society.
Yeah, but you got to give them like a proper plan of how to re-enter. Because you want all these weirdos running up and down just out here, you know.
No, I think part of it is just that the idea is that if you become involved, so for instance, what I suspect is going to happen with this, and I'm saying this because I know I've heard of several similar programs, maybe on a smaller scale and thing. So for instance, it's like you may be mandated to join like a youth group, right? So I don't think it's a matter of like sending you to class or something like that, but if it's attached to just you getting involved in the things that you're obviously lacking, then I think that works better.
That's what I mean. That's why I said not just give them money, but get them involved in certain things. Because
I don't want to be like a class. Like I think that's when things just get weird.
Yeah. But you know, you have to acclimatize them because they're inside all the time, eh? They probably ain't know how to speak to people. They probably don't understand social cues.
No, maybe to some extent.
Yeah,
but I think that
it happens if you're by yourself all the time.
No, I understand. But I think remember I tell you the story already about how I ended up living with my last roommate. Yeah?
The stripper?
No.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but but what happened was the roommate before me.
Yeah, he used to play games all the time.
Play games all the time and got to school. Like days would pass and he'd just stay in his room. So yeah, that is definitely a kind of thing that happens. But like I said, to be honest, I keep saying here all the time, I would love to see more support for the youth organizations. I think we drop short on those big time. Everybody's not gonna go into sports or sniper.
Don't know the options? Sports or sniper?
You got something else?
No.
I mean, after that, it's pretty much like cadets.
Cadets, brownies, Boy Scouts.
Boy Scouts, a thing still?
I assume so. I was a brownie. You was a...
I was a scout.
See?
I was a cadet for one day. I was like, watch it, this ain't make no sense.
Why?
I said, man, understand. I just compare. Why are you shouting at me? Let me understand what's going on here.
Whoa, why are you so aggressive, sir?
Why would they just come up here every day for you to shout at me?
Yeah, no.
And then like walk on the hot sun.
Yeah, I would quit too.
I was like,
this is my answer for me.
I said, I know me ain't gonna fight now. These people, like the people who you're trading me to kill and so, one, they don't exist. And even if they started existing, me really want to kill nobody.
There's a big man that shouted in my face.
I was like, wow. Like,
5 in the afternoon, like, sir, relax. Oh my God.
What?
Why are you so aggressive?
Couldn't understand it. But yeah, but no, I think there are other groups, right? But I think some of them might be at their capacity. So they need, to me, it needs more groups. We have like the Explorer Club. And then what I think needs to happen is that the youth groups need to center around interest. Right?
Yeah.
So we need to continually identify interest of young people and give them structured groups where they could cultivate the interest.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in animals, like what's the option for you to be a part of a social group of like-minded people? If you're interested in cars, then what is the structured group that allows you to interact with other like-minded children?
No, I got you.
So those are the things. Like, yeah, we start about music, but yeah, I'm talking about there are people who have. If you're into video games,
yeah,
right? If you're into
all the arcades, though.
If you're into programming and into robotics and interested,
well, at least there's a group for that.
There is.
The Robotics Association.
Oh yeah, because no. I was thinking that I was still associating it with the college, but they have opened it up.
Yeah.
So those are the types of things I would like to see more of, heavily supported, at least until they get to the point where they could maybe even support themselves. But I think that is something that we really need to push.
Yeah.
I think something we really need to push.
South Korea is the same place that was killing all the girl children and I know they got a big problem?
No, that's
China. That was China? Okay, yeah. China salt by.
Yeah, China got it.
Yeah, I kill our own population.
But
just bad for y'all own good.
But I mean, I don't think most countries, most people really understand how population affects like the economy, right? So even here, I keep telling people all the time, I say, we're gonna have to come up with something different than Social Security as it's presently structured.
Yep.
What is going on, like, because, and I'm relating this back to population. So, life expectancy is going up, but the birth rate going down. So people living longer, meaning they expect you're going to have to pay them out longer, right? And there's less people joining the workforce over time. So something about that equation just seemed like...
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Something about that equation there seemed like...
They might say really better than that one.
So me really want them start to say, well, we ain't gonna kill off the old people. Like, so we gotta come with something better than that.
Yeah. That one got to be the last.
Because the two options that come to mind first, none of them are ideal, and I hope we never have to institute them.
Well, what it will be? Besides killing off the old people.
One would be killing off the old people. The second one would be taking more money out of a paycheck.
Yeah, me really want
We don't want none of them today. So.
No, me want none. But if we have to choose, me really want to which one I choose.
No, we ain't choosing none. So they got to figure it out.
Quickly.
They got to figure it out. And I mean, one of the things that I want to see happen, I want to see lending institutions, financial institutions, particularly development bank, particularly the credit unions that have high yielding long-term saving plans that are geared towards your retirement. I think we need more of those types of options at our financial institutions. It's ridiculous. I tell you, the financial institutions, like everybody want a mortgage or a carnival costume. Like you need more loan options. Like it's ridiculous.
The scale is well.
Like that's
I want a house or I want a costume.
That's it. Because nobody talk about you're going for a business loan.
What name, sir?
They give you a house loan before they get a business loan.
Yeah, but so I'm for the house if me on a business.
The house ain't making money.
No. The business would, but I want to give me the loan for that. I rather give me a loan for a house. Then I can't pay for it.
So what I think needs to happen is that, the ecosystem itself has to change. Like, because what would have to come involved in that would maybe have to be investment in of some sort, whether it is in stocks. If it's stocks, then is it the ECSE, or is it that we go into one of the other stock markets, the London, the Japanese, the American,
somebody?
But we have to have something that people know. Hey, how old you be now? 25? You got the long-term retirement savings plan from Development Bank? No? Well, maybe you need to go down there and deal with that. You know? Put a little $100 there a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Small thing.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, but I done starting to figure out, but wait there. I ain't really want to be working for another 30 years, yeah. Me planning to die no time soon.
Neither me.
I mean, trying to work until I die.
Neither me.
So I trying to figure out where I get the money from to
how we gonna work
after I
this?
stop working.
Yeah, how we gonna work with this?
Yeah, so we need those options because Social Security is not gonna cut it. Like, and they're saying it smartly, yeah. They're saying,
you mind?
They're telling us smartly that Social Security and the last like they're telling us smartly. They're doing things like, well, you know, the regular lifespan of a fund is 40 years. We've already gone past that. That's what they'll be saying.
Yeah.
That's what they'll be saying. And then they'll say things like, well, because, you know, health is getting so much better. You know, we've really been considering, like, increasing the age to maybe 68, maybe 87, maybe 93.
Maybe 112.
Because that is the other option. That's the other option too. The other option would be to have people work longer.
By?
Which generally out of the option, the three options, that's generally what you see Social Security funds.
That's what France said.
Yes.
France said, bye, you may want to lie, yeah, but...
Yeah, this thing about working till 60? We got up that there by 68. Like, what? Are you planning to retire next year telling me I gotta work another 9 years?
Yup. So if y'all want that, these people who in finance, put our heads together.
Give us some options. Give us options. Because at the end of the day, we want people to be able to retire with dignity, right? But
I shouldn't be 112 still in Photoshop.
You're squinting at this. Squinting at the screen.
I don't care, see. I don't care, see, laugh. No, we want that.
Oh, boy.
Boy, let's not put me in that kind of position. So let's get together. Let's get together, please.
Yeah, but there was some.
You're behind the mixing board. You barely could hear.
Can't hear nothing, Jade. Not name heights. Just mixing off a feel.
Bye.
That feel good?
Yeah, just mix it off a vibe by at this point.
So people dancing, I think I could have
I think they could hear me. No, we don't want that. So
yeah, but yeah,
let's get together.
Wild options, man. The name of the show, Wild Options.
Oh yes, I tell you always.
Wild options, man. but guys, hopefully you guys don't need the 500 from South Korea. Hopefully
all outside.
Hopefully, and if you're inside, at least you're inside with us.
Yes.
And that is enough.
That is all we ask.
But guys, I appreciate you for taking the time out to come and hang out with us right here on SipNchat.
In the Sugar Factory. Remember, guys, your press conferences, your special announcements, all these nice things could look better if you just hire us.
Yeah, but we could facilitate all of that. So make sure you
don't make the same mistake as.
Yo, that was wild.
Just don't make those mistakes. There's 2 mistakes I don't want y'all to make. Yeah. One was from PLP, one was from PAM. Make out the name.
PLP.
But y'all watch them.
Also PLP?
One was from PLP. Well, they were family of PLP. You forget the quitting video?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Quit with
but
style.
But it's 3 because labor and then labor too.
Labor too? You mean the graphic?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't make the mistakes. We do everything here at the Sugar Factory.
But guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I really had fun talking to Delwayne and Kanye.
And then you're going to leave me tomorrow?
Yeah.
For a whole 7 days.
Like a week. Yeah.
Full 7 days. Guys, if y'all want to come and co-host with me, send me a message. I'm looking for a co-host for 7 days. Different ones. I don't want the same person every day.
Yeah.
I want mix and match.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What's up, boy?
Yeah. We're going to mix and match for the next 7 days.
So you make one little move, they start to shuffle.
No. Listen, you're going to have a bench, you know.
Oh my gosh, Jade, I had this conversation with somebody last night.
They have to go bench?
That was the position was a slight different. The position was the adage now of like date everybody kind of thing. So I was like, I had a different view.
Don't date everybody.
But we had a back and forth. But now you're telling me y'all need a bench?
Yeah, you need a bench just in case your star player injured. Just in case you got to trade somebody to another team. Have a bench. That's my advice to the ladies. And men.
And men too?
No, I don't got a bench, but
me on a bench?
You're very wrong. You're very wrong to feel you're leading a one.
Jade, I've been considering something before we wrap up.
What is?
I've been considering wearing contacts. What do you think?
Take out your glasses, let me see.
You're watching the camera, what in there? And on that note, guys,
Well, I can't just answer that. I have to see you without the glasses.
We could discuss it after the show.
You
ain't gonna, no. Actually, I don't mind. But I'll probably still wear glasses. I know some people whose eyes work perfectly well and still wear glasses. I won't call on them. But I won't call on them, Jade. Why are you making that face? Why are you making that face?
Touche.
Oh my guys, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. But right now we gotta leave, we gotta go, we gotta disembark. Thank you so much for being a part of what is happening here.
Definitely.
Make sure you log in and check us out tomorrow on Facebook, YouTube. Make sure you go over to the Instagram and also the TikTok. Like, share, subscribe, comment, follow.
And advertise with us. We have some slots available still, guys.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, thank you so much, guys, for whatever way you've been supporting us. Tell a friend.
To tell a friend.
But alas,
We gotta go.
We gotta go. But before I go, please remember to spend more time living your content than posting it. And of course, most importantly, remember you can't be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. See you guys tomorrow.
Get more value for your money when you activate your Digicel Prime bundle. More choices for what you want at low prices. More talk time on the most reliable network. More any-use data for whatever you're into searching and sharing. And dedicated data for more new apps to stream your music, shows, and live sports. Activate a Digicel Prime bundle of your choice in the My Digicel app today and save more. Digicel, better connected.